Hey folks, Danny here at PARTAY. I'm sharing a clip here of our family Thanksgiving dessert gathering. Almost every child in the house ran through this roughly 30-second snippet. And there you can see Grandpa Ron is working towards a snooze in front of the PARTAY screen football. Now that Thanksgiving is behind us and folks' minds start staggering towards Christmas, I want to give ample opportunity for those who have never seen or heard of this movie to check it out. I'm talking about my favorite Christmas movie, Scrooge. Let's get into it. Scrooge is a musical released in 1970 that stars Albert Finney as the title character, Scrooge. In my opinion, the best Scrooge to hit film outside of Alastair Sim. And much like that classic version of A Christmas Carol, we follow Scrooge through the past, present, future, the abuse he withstood as a child, lost relationships, his immersion into greed, and his ultimate redemption. Now, I'm not a fan of musicals. Scrooge is among three that I actually give screen time. And to me, Scrooge is special because you get a musical and a Christmas movie all bunched into one. And the fact that it's a musical only helps Scrooge to deliver a more memorable Christmas story. Blend that with lush sets, wardrobes, a grittier, more bitter, less pompous Scrooge, and a score that still reverberates till today. And you get a sing-along version of a classic tale that doesn't just work, it can actually work itself into Christmas memory. Now, Albert Finney goes all in here, and then some, to recreate a classic character in a way that we haven't really seen Scrooge before. He's less hygienic and less arrogant than all the other Ebenezers I've seen on film. And he presents here a full display of a man enclosed in his own bitter shell. Now, like Alastair Sim's version, we get a glimpse of the childlike, playful nature of Scrooge throughout various instances in the movie. But here, that childlike playfulness is amped to a level that provides actually additional humor to what can be sometimes a dry Christmas story. Yes, now we know in all the versions, Scrooge is a rotten character. But here you kind of can't help but feel for the guy. Now, beyond Albert Finney, we also get Alec Guinness, Obi-Wan Kenobi, who doesn't like a little Star Wars in their Christmas movies, as Jacob Marley, Scrooge's ex-partner who's previously died. We also get a David Collins, who is my favorite Bob Cratchit, bar none. Now, some other notable characters are Willy Wonka's Roy Kinnear, Karen Scargill, who plays Little Kathy Cratchit, melts my heart, and Richard Beaumont as Tiny Tim, who just recently passed in 2022. As mentioned earlier, the sets are lush to a level that's really hardly ever, if ever, replicated today. And oddly for me, it gives a greater sense of Christmas, even coming from an 1860s London. This movie also provides a sense of the greater gap between the haves and the have-nots. And yet what we see is that Christmas has them all excited. Oh, and did I mention that it has a great score? The songs here, at least most, tend to linger for days. A few of my favorites are I Hate People, December the 25th, and the Top Notch, Thank You Very Much, which is still being utilized in advertisements today. Now for me, Scrooge checks all the right boxes for a Christmas movie. I get a great cast, a great set of new characters, a great score, great visuals, and the bulk of the effects from this movie, given that it was released in 1970, still hold up well. Now, in full transparency, there are a couple of low points in this movie. At first, the romantic relationship with Isabel is slightly extended with a song called Happiness, which I've always found it a struggle to fully appreciate. I get the sense that they're trying to build the backstory a little more with that relationship, because in most versions, it's actually pretty short and pretty brief. You just get the sense that, yes, Scrooge had a girlfriend, yes, he got engaged, and then they split apart because he sought greed. In this, they try to give you a little more understanding of the relationship between Scrooge and Isabel. That's kind of nice, but I don't think the song choice, maybe it was the way, I'm not really sure, but that would be one that I would change. Now, my second one is Tiny Tim in one section sings a song about a beautiful day. And it is not a bad scene. It's actually kind of a heart-melting scene for a while. It seems a bit extended, and I think that there would have been probably better served by a little bit of editing and maybe them scanning the faces of the family again whenever it does the little musical interlude, because it's always awkward to watch somebody just kind of move their head. But, you know, all in all, the scene works. I just think that it would have been best served edited. And my least favorite part of one of my favorite scenes is when Jacob Marley and Scrooge fly out the window and they're flying through a lot of Ghosts of the Damned. Some of the costumes, some of the masks there could have probably been done better, especially the last scene right before Scrooge wakes up. But once again, we got to remember this is 1970s. But these are really minor low points whenever you walk away from the movie as a whole. The final scene is a big medley of song reprises from throughout the film, and it leaves me saying, let's crack open the cider, open some presents, and let's sing some carols. It's time to get Christmas on. So with that, if you haven't seen it, give it a look. You guys take care. Bye.